It's a gorgeous night here in Los Angeles, if you're standing where I'm standing. If you're down there with all the traffic, well, that's gridlock, which actually has me kind of thinking about sales gridlock. When I'm working with leadership teams, a lot of times the question comes up, what do we do to generate more sales? How do we structure the sales organization? How do we find the right people? How do we compensate them? How do we manage them? And I always want to direct the thinking more towards marketing early on, because that is usually the problem. People like to look at salespeople and say they're successful or not successful, but when you look at what they're actually doing, most salespeople are probably spending around 10 hours a week, if they're pretty good, actually in front of a prospect doing sales activities. They're only spending time up to 10 hours a week doing first business meetings with a prospect, doing needs analysis, delivering proposals, and closing deals. The rest of their week is mostly devoted to generating those leads. So if you're paying a salesperson a base of like $40,000, somewhere around $25,000, $30,000 of that base is actually going to pay them to generate leads. It's really pretty inefficient. So, I get people to start thinking about, what if we invested just a little bit more in lead generation, or focused more time and energy on supporting the salesperson? What if we can get that salesperson spending 15 hours a week, or 20 or 25 hours a week actually in front of prospects? What is your return on that? Well, it's huge. So how much more energy and effort and maybe a little money are you willing to put into generating leads for the salesperson instead of having them do it? It's a question to think about, and I'm not here to promote a particular agenda or marketing tactics, but I'll tell you there's a lot of professionals out there that can help small and medium-sized businesses for not a huge investment. They can get a pretty big return if you've got solid salespeople to take those leads and do something with them. At any rate, food for thought. Try and get yourself out of the sales gridlock there and figure out how to generate more leads.